gone and her daughter unmoving.
I rolled her over. She was laying on her side. I rolled her over.
Wright was charged with first-degree murder. In defending him today, Wright's attorney argued that no one saw his client pull the
You're trying to figure it out because you were not...
Just her name alone. You say IKEA and this is what it is.
Sequoia Lester is Hood's mom. Sunday morning, she found her daughter suffering from a wound in a bedroom of her home on Grambling Drive in southeast Oak Cliff. Tuesday, Dallas police say Hood's suspected killer, 17-year-old Trevon Wright, was arrested by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Dallas County Jail.
So I know that her spirit is still here with us, just like with all these people being here.
According to Wright's arrest warrant affidavit, the suspect and Hood had been in an on-again, off-again dating relationship for the past 2 years. The documents say Hood recently learned her newborn daughter had not been fathered by suspect Wright. She planned to confess to Wright the day she was murdered.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video, right? And I want to start this off the right way with some positivity. I want to tell everybody out there that I hope that everything is okay with you and your family. When I say that, I'm talking about physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm sending y'all nothing but peace, blessings, and prosperous energy our way. And I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best in every aspect of your life. And when I say this, I'm strictly talking to those who say the same thing back to me in return, and to those who reciprocate the same energy back to me. Now look, let's get straight into the story right here. And I want to start this off the right way as well by saying RIP to this beautiful young lady by the name of IKEA Hood. She lost her life to this weird fucker by the name of Trevon Wright. Now, he was 17. She was 17. She was a mother. She just had her baby. She had a newborn baby, and this weird fucker took her life. Now, I know a lot of different people have been saying a lot of different things. There's a couple of elephants in the room about this situation. I'm not going to really get into all of that too deep, but I am going to say certain things about certain things. But I do want to say RIP to her. I want to send my condolences out to the entire family, especially her mother. Seeing her break down just really touched me, like it always do when I see a mom breaking down and stuff like that. That's why I really don't bring these stories like that back to back to back. I like to bring different vibes to the channel, but you know, we're gonna talk about the important things that's happening in the community, especially with us black people. You know, I gotta go ahead and say that, you know, and y'all already know I really ain't into the race baiting and all of that, but I gotta say what I gotta say. Now look, I'm sending y'all some healing energy, and I just want to say, you know, I hate that did have to happen, and everybody around, you know, is hurt behind this, you know, and I really hate that he did this. But anyway, she lost her life due to the fact of him being so emotional about what took place in their on and off relationship. Now, with them being 17, a lot of people are criticizing people about their ages and certain things happening, but people, you know, do what they do in their households, and we can't do nothing but, you know, live our life and let people do what they want to do in their own life. But they said they were off and on for 2 years, which means that they were 15 years old when they met, and ultimately, she ended up getting pregnant, and the day that she lost her life, they're saying that she was going to tell him that he wasn't the father of the child. But you got to remember, they had an on and off relationship, so you can't hold nobody accountable for nothing when y'all not together. That's just how I feel. And I know some people feel like you should hold some type of loyalty, and that's true enough, but they young. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? And there's still no reason in hell for you to get your life taken for something that, you know, you did when you wasn't with a person. You feel me? Now, I see a lot of dudes, even grown men, saying, well, that's why you shouldn't do this. That's why, man, y'all are weird as hell, bro. I just don't, I can't see how men can be saying things like this. You're supposed to be encouraging the young dudes to go out here and not do stuff like this. Value yourself and your freedom, and women in their lives and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. You can call me a simp. I just feel like they're so lame to take somebody's life, you know, especially over stuff like that. But anyway, the mother's testimony really broke me down today, seeing what she was saying. I didn't get to watch the full trial, but just seeing certain things really touched me, like it always does. It's just crazy that so many dudes are out here taking lives back to back to back to back to back over stuff that they can talk to somebody about and just get it, you know what I'm saying, understood over time, mentally and spiritually. But, you know, people fall so short when it comes to their emotional intelligence, and it's crazy. But, you know, she lost her life being a brand new mother and stuff like that. I know that's devastating. But, you know, it's a couple of more details that I did leave out. I just want to say, man, if you do feel like you want to crash out behind a woman, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. And I just can't put it all on the boys or the, you know what I'm saying, young men. You got to understand that women are doing this too at an alarming rate, and I feel like people should stop. But hey, let's go ahead and get into the videos. I don't see what I had to say. This is the sequence of events from beginning to the end. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Search is on for a teen who is accused of a high school drill team member who just given birth a few weeks ago.
Yeah, IKEA Hood died in a shooting on Sunday morning in southern Dallas. NBC5's Maria Guerrero has some new developments.
One day after the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old brand new mother, Dallas police today issuing an arrest warrant for a 17-year-old man for murder. The victim, IKEA Hood, just 17 years old. The Lancaster High School junior, member of the Tigerette drill team and brand new mom, was down just after 10:30 Sunday morning in the 700 block of Grambling Drive. Her Dallas police say took off. Detectives on Monday said they're searching for 17-year-old Trevon Wright in her, but giving no details on their relationship or a possible motive. In a statement, Hood's family telling NBC5 they want the world to know just how amazing she was. To know her is to love her. Dancing, fashion, beauty, hair, and her 3-week-old baby girl, Iceland, were everything to her. Her siblings and her mom had a bond like no other. Next Level Dance Company in Dallas sharing this tribute to their beloved member, expressing their heartache. Lancaster ISD saying in a statement, Hood's death represents a great loss for our district, and we will be providing counseling and grief services for students and staff members impacted by this tragedy.
Family and friends are remembering a Lancaster High School junior killed this week. She had just given birth 3 weeks ago. Her on and off again boyfriend is charged with her. Tonight, her loved ones gathered at the school to celebrate her life. Fox 4's Rebecca Butcher live tonight just outside Dallas with more. Rebecca.
Steve, this evening's balloon release was all about celebrating the spirit of IKEA Hood. Her family tells me that this tragedy has only brought them closer together. After a moment of silence, dozens of balloons were released Wednesday outside of Lancaster High School, where victim IKEA Hood, a junior, attended school.
And this is amazing. She just let me know, she left an impact on everybody. It's just her name alone. You say IKEA, and this is what it is.
Sequoia Lester is Hood's mom. Sunday morning, she found her daughter suffering from a wound in a bedroom of her home on Grambling Drive in southeast Oak Cliff. Tuesday, Dallas police say Hood's suspected killer, 17-year-old Trevon Wright, was arrested by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Dallas County Jail.
So I know that her spirit is still here with us, just like with all these people being here.
According to Wright's arrest warrant affidavit, the suspect and Hood had been in an on-again, off-again dating relationship for the past 2 years. The documents say Hood recently learned her newborn daughter had not been fathered by suspect Wright. She planned to confess to Wright the day she was murdered. The affidavit says Lester told police she heard a loud noise in the room where Wright and Hood were, and when she went to check on them, she found her daughter and Wright was gone. At the balloon release, friends, family, and loved ones shared memories of Hood, who was a member of the Tigerette's dance team. They also donated baby items to the family.
We're forever grateful for this. We know that this means a lot. This would mean a lot to IKEA. It means a lot to us, and it shows that she was loved, and it lets us know that what happened to her, people understand is not correct, and they want to stand behind us.
Dallas police have not said where they arrested Wright or how they tracked him down. They also have not said whether a possible murder weapon was recovered or where Wright may have gotten the.
What was done unto my sister, I don't want to be done to anybody else. I don't want to cause another family pain. So at this point, on behalf of IKEA in Iceland, we're just asking for justice for IKEA.
Right now, IKEA's family says they're leaning heavily on their faith.
I can't count how many times we've prayed and how many times we've had breakdowns and we're just like, God, help us, God, get us through. We all know that God is going to get us through this. We don't understand it right now, but we know God got us, and we're going to come out on top from this.
Yeah, definitely a tragedy there. The school district says that Wright did attend Lancaster High School last year, but withdrew before the school year ended. He was not a student this year.
Police say this 17-year-old girl by her 17-year-old boyfriend just 3 weeks after she gave birth. We now have his arrest affidavit. It includes brand new details, including the painful fact IKEA Hood's mother is who discovered her. IKEA, again, was only 17, a dancer, gave birth just 3 weeks ago to that baby girl she was so excited to raise. Police have charged her boyfriend, 17-year-old Trevon Wright, with her. According to his arrest affidavit, it happened January 7th, 10:30 a.m. in IKEA's family home. The affidavit does not explicitly name a motive, but according to detectives, IKEA recently learned Wright was not the father of her baby and planned to tell him that day. Up until this point, he believed the child was his.
Now, a lot of people try to justify that, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say, if they had an on and off relationship, things happen, and they're young. And I know a lot of people try to crucify people for certain things. I just feel like you should have grace for the victims, man. You know what I'm saying? People just try to act like they so perfect, bro. You done did something that you weren't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Or basically what I'm saying, I'm not saying that she didn't do nothing she wasn't supposed to do, but y'all get what I'm saying here. You can't be out here casting sins on people and stuff like that when really, you know, you out here doing way more than anybody else. You feel me? I just want to say there's no reason why this should have happened. Now, I can understand people saying she probably had him thinking this and thinking that or whatever the case may be. We don't know that, though. You feel me? I just feel like it still ain't no reason to do stuff like that, bro, you know? And I know it's going to be a lot of people that try to say certain things because I have seen so much in comment sections and, you know, I just hate that people just be like that on the internet and they be having so much going on at home. But I know the mother really, really had to be, you know, hurt to witness her baby have a baby and then losing her right after that. That's crazy, bro. Let's get back into it.
That morning, IKEA's mom heard a loud noise in the house, went to check on her daughter, who was in her room with Wright. When she tried to open the door, it was locked from the inside. She called out for her daughter, ran outside, noticed IKEA's bedroom window was open, looked in, and saw her daughter's with a gunshot wound. IKEA's family told us there'd been a history of domestic violence between the two. They've shared her story with us, hoping it might encourage even just one woman in an abusive relationship to leave.
I would hate for any other family to be in the situation that me and my family are in right now, where we're burying our 17-year-old sister and niece and daughter and cousin, and my niece is burying her mother. If you're in this situation, if you have a baby or you're not, just leave. It's not worth it. Your life is way more precious and valuable. Please just leave and get the help that you deserve.
The family has created a GoFundMe page to support IKEA's daughter. We've put the link for you on our website. Reporting in Dallas.
A U.S. Marshals task force arrested a 17-year-old for the shooting of a teenage mother.
17-year-old IKEA Hood was shot over the weekend. She very recently gave birth to a baby girl. According to court documents, 17-year-old Trevon Wright was the one who murdered her. Police say they were in an on and off relationship, and he believed he was the father of the child. He was not, and he found out. Fox 4's Rebecca Butcher, live in Dallas with the update. Rebecca.
Yeah, Steve. Well, Dallas police say that 17-year-old IKEA Hood was killed by her boyfriend. In an arrest warrant affidavit, says that Hood planned to tell the suspect that he was not the father of her newborn child. Dallas police say 17-year-old Trevon Wright was arrested for Tuesday by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Dallas County Jail. The victim, Lancaster High School junior IKEA Hood, was fatally Sunday morning at her mother's home on Grambling Drive in southeast Oak Cliff, according to Wright's arrest warrant affidavit. Hood's family has said she gave birth to a baby girl just 3 weeks prior. According to the affidavit, Hood's mother told police the suspect and Hood had been in an on-again, off-again dating relationship for the past 2 years, and that Hood had recently learned that her newborn daughter had not been fathered by suspect Wright. Hood's mother also told police her daughter planned to confess to Wright Sunday, January 7th, the day the murder took place, according to the documents. They also say Wright believed the newborn child to be his. The affidavit says Hood's mother heard a loud noise in her home around 10:30 a.m. and said she'd seen Wright in Hood's room. She found that the door was locked from the inside. The 17-year-old girl's mother became concerned for complainant Hood's safety and began banging on the door. She then approached Hood's bedroom from the outside and noted that the window was open and that the screen had been pushed outside of the residence. Hood's mother discovered Hood was suffering from a wound and Wright was gone. She dialed 911, and when paramedics arrived, they found Hood deceased. Dallas police have not said where they arrested Wright or how they tracked him down, and they have not said whether a possible weapon was recovered or where Wright may have gotten the gun. Hood was a member of the Tigerworths dance team at Lancaster High School and also danced with Next Level Community Dance Group in Dallas. Yeah, and there will be a balloon release happening tomorrow at Lancaster High School at 5 p.m. in honor of IKEA Hood. Meanwhile, Wright's bond has not yet.
Turning now to the trial for an 18-year-old charged with murdering his 17-year-old girlfriend. That trial began today with emotional testimony. IKEA Hood was a junior,
which was yesterday,
on the Tigerette drill team at Lancaster High. She'd just given birth just 3 weeks before her And as one expert tells Keenan Willard, her mother's testimony today could be key in court.
And today, multiple family members of IKEA Hood took the stand here, breaking down as they described what they found at the scene moments after her death. Today, some experts tell us that emotional testimony could play a big role in this trial. In front of a Dallas judge today, Takoya Lester described the moment she found her daughter dead in her bedroom.
It's her. I opened the window and I touched the baby and grabbed her hair out of it. I couldn't see all of that.
On January 7th last year, police say 17-year-old IKEA Hood was in her family's home on Grambling Drive. Hood was feet away from her 3-week-old baby girl, her first child. Family says Hood was a junior at Lancaster High School and a member of the Tigerette drill team. U.S. Marshals arrested Trevon Wright, who was also 17 at the time. The family says Wright and Hood had been dating, but broke things off after Hood discovered Wright wasn't the father of her baby. In an arrest affidavit, Lester says Wright was at her home visiting Hood and the baby when a sounded from Hood's bedroom. Lester says the door was locked, so she went outside and climbed halfway through the window, finding Wright gone and her daughter unmoving.
I rolled her over. She was laying on her side. I rolled her over.
Wright was charged with first-degree murder. In defending him today, Wright's attorney argued that no one saw his client pull the trigger.
You're trying to figure it out because you were not in the room when the gun discharged, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
NBC5 spoke with a trial expert not involved in the case who tells us the emotional testimony from Hood's family could significantly impact jurors.
I can tell you that when a particularly sympathetic victim or family member of a victim testifies, it can sway jurors to go in a direction they might otherwise not go in. That absolutely is the case.
For the victim's family, a difficult process of wading through one of the worst days of their lives.
Yes, I'm having to relive this all over again.
Keenan Willard, NBC5.
Man, R.I.P. to Hood, man. And Mama, if you see this, you know, I just hate that did have to happen. I know you get a lot of people saying a lot of different things towards you, but man, I'm just sending you some healing energy. I want to tell everybody out there, if you're dealing with somebody who is giving you any type of signs of them wanting to hurt you and stuff, get the hell away from them, you know. And I do feel like that they should have had somebody there to mediate this situation, like a lot of different people in one room when she broke the news to him. But with him being the weird fucker that he is, it was inevitable. He still probably would have tried something somewhere else another day, you know. I just want to say that, you know, I hope that everything is okay with y'all. I will give y'all probably some more updates as the trial progresses, especially when he gets sentenced. But, yeah, other than that, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'm going to holler at y'all in the comment section.